How to Get and Stay Motivated by Grant Cardone. Okay, so this is the part where some viewers might be wondering, Sam, why the hell are you reviewing another Grant Cardone book? This is like his 5th book that you reviewed in the past couple months. Are you on crack? I heard he is. Well, no and no. And I'm starting for many reasons, some for testing, some for the subscribers. I do it for the tube. Is that something people say? Because if not, I will never do it again. Most of them having to do with SEO, quite frankly. I'm kind of curious. What would it do for the growth of my channel if I took a bunch of well-known self-help and business authors and just reviewed every single one of their books? I guess we'll see. Salesman, real estate investor, speaker, entrepreneur, influencer Mr. Grant Cardone has been criticized for decades and decades about his unorthodox view of success and fulfilling your dreams. People have called him stupid, arrogant, obnoxious. People have compared him to Trump, which I would say is just a radical, sweeping, and enormous just like reach. But at the same time, he's collected a large following of altruistic maniacs obsessed with amassing unfathomable amounts of wealth and distributing them to the less fortunate. When it comes to all of his books, this guy always seems to have another trick up his sleeve. As a longtime fan, maybe, I don't know, 4 years, there are probably people who have been fans of Grant for 30 years. For some reason, I always have low expectations for each one of his books. I'm just a little worried that maybe it's just another motivational book. Especially this one, considering it's called How to Get and Stay Motivated. But somehow, it never turns out to be the case. Grant is one of my favorite authors easily. I've listened to maybe 300 audiobooks now. I've reviewed over 200, and applying the knowledge in his books has easily made me like at least 10 to 100 times more money than the knowledge in literally any other audiobooks. So Grant's one of my favorite authors. I don't think my reviews in retrospect of his books are really that biased, but I always say in the beginning that they very much are, and that if you're looking for unbiased, you're not gonna find it here, bro. Just look somewhere else, man. I don't know why that is either. Maybe it's been too long since I last saw my psychiatrist. Maybe it hasn't been long enough since I last saw my psychiatrist. I think I'm seeing her later this month. But should you be worried about the content in this book? When maybe you've checked out a bunch of other books with the same stuff, how is it different from his other books about obsession and motivation? And is this man starting to go insane? I'm kidding. Maybe I'm projecting a little bit, but let's talk about it. Welcome to my channel. My name is Samuel, and I want to make self-growth normal. If you want to make self-growth normal, because I don't want to do it alone, then make sure to smash that like button and also hit that subscribe button so you can see all the great videos I'm putting out constantly. Now, I'm not sure why there are 76 chapters in this audiobook, but it seems like they're all things that you can do to get and stay motivated. I think in the book he says it's 100. And okay, this sounds kind of like Closer's Survival Guide. His other book, it's for salespeople, it's like 100 different ways to close a deal. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to talk about my favorite ones. I'm going to talk about maybe some things that I heard that made me want to puke in my mouth. I'm going to talk about what you can expect from this book and more. One of them is do things that challenge you the most. Have you ever done something before that just scared the bejesus out of you? Maybe it was something recent. For me, it was many different recent things, but there's a lot of anxiety when you do these things. But something that caught my eye, or I guess ear, Grant says in the book, I never noticed this, but there's motivation underneath the fear and anxiety. That is so strange to me. I don't know why. Here's another one. Read one book a week. This is another one of those odds and ends in this book that may almost sound kind of stupid. Like, of course that's the way to go. We all know that. Yeah, but are you doing it, Susan? Are you reading a book a week? Jeffrey? Susan and Jeffrey are being exposed, that's right. The healthiest, wealthiest, most successful, happiest people in the world, or any combination of the four, they love reading, they love it so much! I hate reading. I hate it. I hate it. I avoid it like the plague. But I will drown in audiobooks for the rest of my life. Or until they find a way to put like the knowledge in books into food or something. That'd be a cool invention. Probably be really hard to do. Don't be an average person. The average person, get this, they read one book a year. Anyone who says they don't have time to read, everyone has some sort of work commute. I use an audiobook app called Audible. I love it so much. I've been a member for years. First, I think 2 audiobooks are free. Actually, I'm gonna check that right now. First 2 audiobooks free, Audible. Yeah, first 2 audiobooks free. Mine were Models by Mark Manson, and how am I forgetting this? This one's so popular. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, who for some peculiar reason I don't understand, Grant seems to hate in a way that kind of like how I hate reading. Something else, I don't know what it is, guys. I really don't know what it is, but when I think about getting motivated, I do not think of a book like this. And I don't know how much more simply I can state this, but this book is about how to get and stay motivated. And that one word, how, maybe 2, how to, changed a lot of perception about what this book might actually be. For me, that his most motivating book is either Be Obsessed or Be Average, or maybe the 10x Rule. 10x Rule is a couple inches behind. For me, getting and staying motivated was always about just listening to material like that on repeat, applying what I learned, and applying it into everything I was doing. The thing about this book is it's far too practical for people who are just looking for, they're just looking for some juice. And elephant in the room, anyone who's heard the saying that motivation is what gets you going, discipline is what keeps you going, they know what I'm talking about when I say that there is just something about this book that it almost like takes motivation out of the equation. It takes the word motivation and all my preconceived notions about it and thwarts them into a humongous landfill. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's slow down, Sam. Really, I have to slow down. I don't know if it's Grant's contrarian way of thinking about things. I don't know if it's the sheer practicality in this book that you don't find in other ones about motivation. Here's another one it's like a no-brainer, but no one does it. Go to bed early. Another one is the same thing. Be the first up in the morning in your neighborhood. This is dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb how much these things make sense. But these things are forgotten. That's all they are. This book is a fat reminder, FAT, with body positivity. I hope that's not offensive. Is that offensive? I haven't yet reached the status in these videos where I can start saying, I hope this doesn't get demonetized because of what I just said. Another one, this one, it's less common. A lot of these are very common, some of them are not. I'm gonna get to more of the less common ones in just a second, but Run Everywhere You Go. I started doing this one after I listened to Ashley Vance's Elon Musk biography. It just gets you going. Seriously, try it. Believe me when I say it also turns heads. You will build a reputation, and fast, understandably, as someone who's on a mission and making every second count and not screwing around. Quite a few people are probably gonna think that you're insane, but I mean, think of those other 3. Like that's a trade-off you gotta be willing to pay. All of these things are worth at least trying. And if you get a book like this and try out all of it at least once. Some of it maybe you've heard before. Some of it, maybe you've heard a million times. But it's not a disease, it's not gonna kill you, just try it anyway. Be the most professionally dressed person in your space, take enough time off to fulfill your desire for time off, eat the healthiest foods that you can afford. These ones are super unique. In avoid ads that promote depression, one part stood out. This is a good example of Grant's sense of humor. You're sitting there on the sofa and this thing pops up. Do you watch too much sports? You have a disease. Do you not like other people? Disease. Do you have a problem with alcohol? Do you have a problem with people? Do you have a problem with sitting on your sofa? Do you have restless leg syndrome? Oh my god, everything I do is a problem. I have a problem. I swear, this is where that internet trend of like using WebMD to find out what's quote unquote wrong with you when you're experiencing literally anything, or maybe even nothing. I think it stemmed from these ads. Seriously. Quotes. Work to your potential, not your quota. If I'm not gonna do it for me, I'm not gonna do it for anybody else. I can't do that, Grant. I'm gonna burn out. No, you're not. You're burning out doing what you're doing now. All you gotta do is watch 1 hour of drama TV. You wanna commit suicide? Are you depressed? Are you feeling bad? Of course I am. I've been watching garbage for the last 3 hours. Direction 1. I found this to easily be Grant's least motivational book. And I don't think that's a bad thing at all. This book is just not for people who simply want motivation. It's like that meme, like, you cannot simply want motivation. I recommend this book for people who, this is like a specific thing, who want to know how to get and stay motivated. For people who are like very like, by the end of it, you'll be like,
is this really about like motivation, or like, is it just like
getting up and going? No, it's about how to get and stay motivated. There is a huge difference. I feel like maybe I didn't do the best job explaining that in this review. Please let me know in the comments below. Something tells me you guys might end up doing that anyway. Too many books are just motivating. They don't tell you anything about how to. There's nothing practical. Some of the most successful people in this self-development space, they will tell you and encourage you not to wait to apply practical advice. I may not be one of them yet, but that doesn't change the fact that you need to start reading and doing this stuff now. One way or another, you're gonna come to the realization of, I've been sitting here doing nothing. Just thinking. You have to apply the information. You are going to waste your time not doing so. The biggest slice of my audience is 18 to 24 years old. It's January 2021 right now. In 2 months, I'm gonna be 24 years old. If you're watching this and you're 18 to 24 years old, or better yet, if you're younger, this applies way more. By not doing the things that books like this will tell you to do, or at least trying them, I swear you're wasting some of the most valuable, energetic years of your life that you could be spending learning incredibly powerful, helpful, and profitable skills. Please do not wait. Please, please, please. Please learn and earn and move and groove, and sure, check out videos like this one every here and there, but apply things as soon as you possibly can. The sooner the better. Direction 2. If you like this book, like I said, Be Obsessed or Be Average by Grant Cardone you might really like. If not that one, maybe the 10X Rule. How to Get and Stay Motivated by Grant Cardone. There's a link in the description if you guys want to check it out and read the reviews. That and all the other books that I mentioned in this video if you want to check those out too. Oh my gosh, I'm about to get my hair cut in like 5 minutes. I gotta go. If there are any other books that you guys want me to check out and review, please let me know in the comments below. Also let me know if you checked out this book and you liked it. But hey, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, because I don't get why people watch this far into my videos and they don't subscribe. But if you have subscribed and you want to turn it up just a notch and turn on that notification bell to get a notification whenever I drop new videos, that would mean the world to me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You can find me everywhere and I will see you then.